seat.
Thank you.
It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Carroll. What brings you here today?
I want you to help me get rid of these butterflies. They never leave me alone. No one sees them but me. My wife thinks I'm nuts. At work, I've been put on report. I'm an electrical engineer for Raytheon.
Do you tell your colleagues about these butterflies?
Of course not. I have my reputation to protect.
Oh. And why are you on report?
My coworkers say the way I act stresses them out. All my hand motions.
I see. Well, I must tell you that I don't see any butterflies. I don't see anything.
You are.
All I see is your hands waving.
You're the most expensive psychiatrist I could find in Boston. If you can't see the butterflies, where do I go? Should I find somewhere in Harvard?
Perhaps you shouldn't be looking for somebody who shares the conviction that you're surrounded by butterflies. Perhaps we should work together and consider the possibility that, well, they're not real.
Aren't real? They're right here.
How many do you see?
Well, right now, 6. Sometimes there's as many as 9. Never less than 4. Even if I'm walking outside or jogging, there's always 4 or 5 of them following me around. They're so annoying. Often they fly right up close to my face. And it's a big problem when I'm trying to use the computer, and really even worse when I'm trying to drive.
How many do you see now?
I don't see any right now.
Your butterflies. If you're considering whether they're not real or not, you must be able to count them. How many do you see?
As many as 9?
Oh? Huh. How well do they ever land on you?
Well, mostly they flutter around me. They like to brush me with their wings. If they land, it's just for a moment. They make it hard for me to sleep. I pull the covers way up over my head, real tight, and there's always just one little gap. They are really good at this.
Well, I can certainly appreciate your distress, Mr. Farrell, though. Let's assume they are real. They're real butterflies flying around you. Why do you think they've appeared?
How would I know? Isn't that your job? If you can figure out why they are here, maybe you can figure out how to get rid of them.
Well, I don't think actually that is my job exactly. In the big picture, my job is to help you become a happier, more successful person.
Well, I would be a much happier person without the butterflies, Dr. Aronowitz. I promise you.
Mr. Farrell, work with me a bit here. Just imagine. Assume, consider the possibility that there are no butterflies.
Why would I do that?
Let's pass on the why for the moment and just try it.
Okay, I'm imagining that these damn butterflies aren't here. Now what?
I'm sorry, that's not exactly what I meant. I know you see the butterflies, and I don't mean for you just to pretend that you don't see them. Instead, assume that they are imaginary, that they're not real, and we'll explore possible reasons why it might have caused it.
Well, they've been with me for about 3 months. About all a person can possibly stand. Would you agree?
Yes. Well, what about you don't know what was going on. What was happening 3 months ago?
I don't remember anything special.
Nothing unusual. How about events in your past? Anything there that might explain what these butterflies are about? Did you ever have many significant experiences with butterflies when you were growing up? Were you ever frightened by butterflies?
Who can be frightened by butterflies? I said they're extremely annoying, not frightening.
Yes. Yes, well, do you ever dream about butterflies?
No, I try not to dream about them. Actually, when I finally fall asleep, I have normal dreams. Or maybe I don't. I really don't know.
Well, various possibilities to explore, and that's what we'll do. Yes, yes, indeed. Well, I see our session is just about over. I think we made some good progress.
We did? Do you have some ideas? Do you have a plan to get rid of my butterflies?
Yes, actually. I think I do. Mr. Farrell, I would like to invite another psychiatrist to join us at our next meeting. Dr. Robert Epstein. I believe he'll have some insights that he can help us with. He's a psychiatrist, but, well, he's also deeply immersed in Talmudic studies and the several work of Jewish mysticism, the Kabbalah.
Sounds very impressive. Do I pay extra for this fellow?
Yeah, yes, you do.
Well, that's okay. If you don't have any answers for me, I want to meet with someone who does.
Well, in that case, that's what we'll do, Mr. Farrell. It was a pleasure meeting you.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oy vey.
Oh, I don't know. Treat a patient with Jewish mysticism? Where did you ever get such a crazy idea? I have a standard practice just like you. My interest in the Talmud and the Kabbalah is personal, not professional.
Well, I know that, but, well, I was stumped by this patient and his weird problem. So, toward the end of the session, I got this idea, a radical idea, and I knew immediately I would need a consulting psychiatrist to help me with it, and I thought of you. Your background in the Jewish mysticism fits perfect. Will you do it?
Ellen, I'm not sure we should be doing this. Your plan departs from all accepted psychiatric theories. And it's unethical, and we're deceiving a patient and resorting to trickery.
Well, our motives are good.
Oh, well, that's not enough. That doesn't make it ethical.
Well, if it works, we'll have a story that no other psychiatrist could tell.
That's not a story I'll tell until I'm safely retired.
But maybe we could write it up as a case study. Yeah. We could use anonymous names if you're skittish about it.
For what journal? For the New Age Journal of Off-the-Wall Psychiatric Research? I have strong reservations about this, but as a friend, I'll go along.
Well, wonderful.
Oh, do you want me to wear a yarmulke or a tallit?
There's certainly a yarmulke, but not one of those plain black or white ones. See if you can find something a little more exotic, and try to sound Jewish.
I am Jewish.
Well, try to sound more Jewish. Mr. Farrell, I want you to meet Dr. Epstein.
Nope.
Very nice to meet you. And what beautiful butterflies. Are they monarchs?
You can see them? Yes, I think they're monarchs.
Monarchs are an endangered species.
I don't care that monarchs are an endangered species. How do we get rid of them?
Get rid of them? They're beautiful and delicate creatures, totally harmless.
Well, yes, that's true. How come you can see them? No one else has ever done that.
Ah, Mr. Farrell. The Kabbalah contains knowledge very different from the materialistic physics that governs modern thought. The Kabbalah tells us that what we see depends on our spiritual state. And I have just enough connection to the transcendental realm that I can see your butterflies. Actually, I can only see them when you and I are together. If you were to leave the room, I wouldn't see them.
If I walked out of the room, they would follow.
Well, yes, of course. But, Mr. Farrell, would you allow me to try my Talmudic study right here, right now? The results will be immediate and I think very surprising.
I guess so. That's why Dr. Aronowitz brought you in.
All right, allow me.
That looks really old.
Oh, yes, it's very old. They're lovely creatures, but they sure are an annoyance to have at such close hand. We will give them a very comfortable place here.
Yes, that's extraordinary.
This is what we Freudians call transference. We have given them a new home. We have transferred them, so it's transference. Mr. Farrell, now you can fully enjoy these delightful little creatures. Why, you can even leave them at home while you go to work.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You can go back to having, well, a normal life.
I'm so pleased. How do I care for them? What do I feed them?
Very simple. See what's on that plate? They love fruit. The fruit must be ripe. Oh, and they'd love to be able to dip their wings into a saucer of clean water.
Oh, that's easy. Do I need to clean the cage?
No, that's not necessary. Just replace the fruit when it spoils.
Certainly. Oh, this is wonderful. I am so impressed, Dr. Epstein. But I have a question for you. Why did the butterflies appear in the first place?
Well, this will be a personal, not a professional answer. The butterflies are perhaps a gift from God. Your reward for being a good person. You just didn't know how to enjoy this gift.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've been a very good person.
Well, perhaps you've been better than you think.
Not likely. I cheated my brother out of his part of our parents' estate. I'm often harsh and unfeeling toward my wife, and I've never given $1 to charity unless it was shamed into me.
Well, you know, sometimes God gives us gifts as a kind of down payment, as an advance on future good behavior. You've gotten your reward in advance. Now you can show God that you're worthy of it.
If I don't mend my ways, do I lose my butterflies?
Oh, perhaps worse. I mean, God gave you a gift, and, well, if you don't reciprocate, he may not like your refusal to participate. I'm speaking here personally, not as a psychiatrist.
Okay, I will do better. I'm grateful to God, and I want to keep those lovely butterflies. I will work hard to show God that I deserve them.
Excellent. Excellent. All lies within your power, as Freud said. Be the change you want.
Should I tell my wife?
This is a delicate situation. She may see you, well, she will see you caring for these butterflies that she's not able to see, and this may disturb her. She may not like the idea that God showed his blessing to you and not to her.
Yes, I can see that it might.
Perhaps it would help if I spoke to her and I explained in some kind of way that she could understand. Well, when you leave here, may I call, with your permission, may I speak to her and explain everything?
Yes, that would be helpful. Thank you.
Fine, I will do that just after you leave. I will explain everything.
Well, thank you. Dr. Epstein, you are a brilliant man. And Dr. Aronowitz, you brought in someone who could do what you couldn't. You deserve credit for that.
Thank you, Mr. Aronowitz. Well, there's one more thing. Dr. Epstein and I would want you to make a donation to a charity of your choice, rather than paying us.
Okay, sure. But why is that?
Well, we would just prefer that this not be considered a clinical, paid kind of thing. It's more of an arrangement between patients. You see, our methods are definitely different from accepted clinical practice, and we just like to keep this an informal arrangement, and, perhaps a kind of research.
Well, sure, whatever. I will make a generous donation. Maybe to an environmental organization that preserves butterfly habitat.
Excellent idea, Mr. Howell. Excellent. I'm so pleased our treatment worked for you. All right. If you have any other troubles, feel free to come back and we'll begin sessions again.
Okay.
Oh, and Mr. Farrell, don't forget your butterflies. Very nice to meet
Thank
you.
you. Goodbye, Dr. Epstein. Dr. Aronowitz, thank you so much.
Yes, goodbye.
Well, how did we do?
I think we did okay. It was kind of crazy, but it seemed to work. Seemed to work.
You think it will work permanently?
I don't know. Who knows? Well, at least we gave it a try, and it seemed to work. Well, Bob, what's wrong?
God is punishing us for our deception and for using the holy text to do it. Don't you see them, the hornets? They're all around me.
Don't be ridiculous.
They're all around you, too.
Don't be ridiculous, Bob. There are no hornets there. This is just an imagination. It's a delusion. The guilt reaction of some kind. Don't be silly.
They're everywhere around me.
No.
I believe we're being punished. What can we do?
I have a solution. Bob, hold on right there. Is that better?
Why, yes. I think they're gone.
Well, if God was trying to punish us, he didn't try too hard. Your hornets are now safe inside my desk drawer. And that is where they'll stay.